I got ghosted by 107 clients and I fixed it with one sentence.
Most people will never attract high-paying clients because they look and sound like everyone else. If your content sounds like that, you are not attracting clients, you are kicking them out of your business. In the next few minutes, I'll show you how to make client psychology work for you step by step with no steps skipped.
Sing, please. Grant.
Do not teach a pig how to sing. It wastes your time and it also annoys the pig. That's what it feels like when you're trying to explain your offer to people who just don't get it. And worse, you start thinking maybe you are the problem. The truth is, you are good at what you do. No, that's even an understatement. You are damn good. You've helped people. You've got them results. You've poured your heart into your work, and still when you post, you have no leads, your sales are low. All you have is just you watching other people with half your skill get picked over you, and your voice creeps in. Maybe I'm not just cut out for this. But the truth is, clients don't hire the best, they hire the clearest. As a photographer, I spent months tweaking my product, researching trending stuff, making photos look and feel the best, investing in new softwares, rewriting new offers, making it perfect. But perfection and quality of work wasn't the issue. My issue was how I positioned myself. I was talking like an expert when I should have been talking like a human, like someone who understands where my potential customers were stuck and how I could pull them out. The more I tried to explain, the more I sounded like I was a walking textbook no one asked to read.
Guys, I felt like a fraud trying to sound like a textbook. I was actually tempted to use ChatGPT, write all the marketing, but it felt robotic and somehow very empty. And I had to switch the tool and use Claude because it was highly recommended. Claude was not the best, but at least it was better than ChatGPT in terms of writing. So I had to strip away most of the AI polish and write from my own raw frustration and pain, and of course the stress, so that I could truly connect, because that AI could not bring out exactly how I felt.
Have you ever felt that? Where you say all the right things but nobody hears the right message? So I did one thing that changed all that. I stopped overthinking. I wrote this one sentence: I help people see beauty and confidence through high-end portrait photography. That's it. I never used any buzzword, and suddenly people got it. I got bookings for more photo shoots.
You are not getting ghosted because your prices are too high. You're getting ghosted because your value is unclear. Let's say I'm selling a product as boring as a pen. If that particular pen was used by Pope John Paul to sign off thousands of cardinals that actually rule the religious sector today in Uganda, it would become a priceless pen. What am I trying to say? Clients aren't paying for what you do, they are paying for what it means to them. So when you're selling your service or product, frame your work in their language. Speak about their dreams, their fears, speak about their freedoms, and that way price is going to stop being an objection.
Because when people finally understand what you do, they trust you. And when they trust you, they hire you. Not because you screamed louder, but because they could finally feel it in their gut. All you need is to fix your story and messaging. That's what I do inside Clarity Cash. We help you make your message clearer and undeniable, that they feel it in their bones. And when that happens, they say, how soon can we start working together?
You don't need to be the best at what you do to attract the best paying clients, because clients don't hire the best, they hire the one who looks like the best. You could have 10 years experience, but if your online presence or your presence in the market looks like a school project, you're going to lose a client to someone with 6 months and 7 days of experience. In psychology, this is called the halo effect. The first impression will always bleed through everything that you do. If you look premium, people are going to assume that your work is premium too. Just one tweak and change in your business, something like your lighting in the premise, maybe your website layout, or even a font, can triple your perceived value in the mind of customers before you even say a word. You see, anyone can generate a premium website layout instantly actually on Express. I always tell my people the new halo effect right now isn't about being polished. It's about being real and raw. Looking premium today means showing your real unedited process behind your work to prove that you are a human expert, not an AI prompt. Because even in my video and photography business, I tell my team that the halo effect is about context.
I don't even know why I'm saying this, but you will sleep better as a business owner or entrepreneur the day you accept this truth. Not every client is your client, and that's okay, because the goal isn't to attract everyone. The goal is to attract the right ones, and nothing completely attracts the right customers, the right clients to you better than story. Today, TikTok sure gets the attention, but any kind of attention is cheap, and what story does is that it filters. It is going to repel the wrong customers and attract the right customers to you.
Today AI can summarize data, but it cannot actually share a lived experience. When I talk to my clients, I use stories with niche emotional nuance that AI cannot actually synthesize from actually the web. It's the difference between actually a robot telling a story and a human sharing a scar and a human getting real vulnerable. Talk about how you felt, how that particular situation smelled, engage all your 5 senses. In other words, describe what the camera cannot see, because AI can only produce what the camera can see, but it cannot produce what you truly felt from deep within.
When you decide to do stories in your business, story will bring 3 types of customers. The first type of customer are the silent watcher. This is the one who has been creeping for months and finally says, I feel I already know you. Then we have the other type of client that I call the mirror. These ones will send you a message and say something in the lines of, that story you told, I have lived that experience. And finally, the third type is the referrer. These ones, they've never bought, but they send you everyone because your story hits something in them that is real. In my own business, none of these clients came from clever tips or viral hacks. They came from identity storytelling. So start telling stories that show your why, stories that expose pain, belief, and change.
Clients don't care what you say, they care what they believe about you, and that's because trust is missing. I used to write long paragraphs about how professional and dedicated I was about my services without showing any proof, thinking that people will take my word for it and believe me. But that was not the case. Trust today in this AI age is visual and social. Take you for example, when you're trying to buy something expensive, your brain asks, who else has trusted them? Forget what you write in the bio. Instead, show screenshots, show videos, show DMs, the client calls, the testimonials, and that raw proof that beats all that polished stuff that people tend to show on social media. Because trust isn't built in 4K videos, it's built in proving.
Most marketing sucks because it's built to sound smart, not to connect. You see, many business owners try to impress with facts. These facts actually only tell, but what sells? Stories. Stories pull people in. They make people believe in you. They make someone go, wait, that's me.
So when you're doing your content, talk about the pain, the problem, the frustration. Talk like you felt it too. You don't actually need the perfect words. You just need that shared pain that makes people believe you and trust you. And that's what makes people pull out their wallets.
Pastors know this. That's why they make it a point to make people do testimonials. They buy time on TV to tell stories of transformation. The Bible is one of the most popular books in the world. It is packed with stories and testimonials.
Because clients don't just buy solutions, they buy people. If they feel understood by you, they will feel seen and they will pick you over someone else who is even better qualified. Empathy sells louder than expertise.
Anyone can prompt a solution using ChatGPT, Claude, or any other AI tool. But only you can prompt empathy. When I work with clients now, I use AI for facts, but bring the emotional lived experience to the story. That's the difference between being a tool and being a partner. In other words, AI thinks alongside me. I bring in the emotional bit
and then it brings in the facts.